Right, Dave.
Bam.
Looked at me. I said, throw it.
Dog, you know how many times I'm pretty sure Dom says the same damn thing every time
Now,
he drives back and rolls anyway, or even when he's standing in the pocket and
now
looking and he'll pump fake. Why are you?
he told, you know what he tells it? He says now, he just says, I told y'all, this is what I'm talking about.
And it just gives me great satisfaction to hear, you know, like the great Troy Aikman and Joe Buck say the same thing I've been saying like for 2 years now.
All right. Mo Sports Talk, live from StreamYard.com. Got the 3-man weave. We was rolling side by side, but my layout does not allow for that anymore. So I am the bottom today. Shout out to Corby Davidson.
Bottom.
I got BMO.
Bottom.
I got Mookie in the building. NFL week 8, 9. Where are we at? 8. So, okay. And listen, broadcasters, I know y'all think that all football fans are dumb, but we know this isn't the halfway point, okay? We understand that there was no need to continue to repeat it or anything like that.
It definitely wasn't.
All right. November the 1st.
Yes, it is.
2021. BMO, who was born today?
Only 2 good birthdays from today. Only 2.
BMO, the judge of birthdays.
Oh, you damn right I am. First birthday on the list, we got our guy Eric Spoelstra with the birthday today.
Okay. Never won. Has he ever won 50 games in a season?
Yes, with the Heats.
Okay. Without LeBron, my bad. So never won 50 games without LeBron.
No,
okay.
Not without LeBron. No,
overrated, underrated, properly rated?
I say properly rated.
I say properly rated. I think like him being under Pat Riley's coaching umbrella and Pat bringing him up, probably rated. He won those titles with the players that he was given, thanks to Pat. So he did his job. Probably
and let's not forget, LeBron did want him out, but D-Wade was like, nah, bro. That ain't
you don't want Pat Riley to come down from the
hell no.
Okay. Yeah, that's what D-Wade told him, bro. Like, go watch these practices.
Yeah.
And the second birthday?
And the second birthday, he did receive his Hall of Fame ring last night. We have Minnesota great Steve Hutchinson with the birthday.
Great offensive lineman for both the Vikings and the Seahawks. Indeed. Which, considering from this weekend, both teams could use some Steve Hutchinson. And more importantly, Steve Hutchinson, Michigan man.
And you know what number 97 last name is? Hutchinson.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no wonder. He had to go up against Dad in the backyard every day.
And then just before we go to break, on one of his meathead workouts, he on one knee with 300 pounds on one hand, just with one arm, That's his workout. That's how he trains. So yeah.
How many times Dad put son through the fence?
Oh, quite a few.
Okay, I'm going to say hundreds of times up until he turned about 18. Okay, then he got some big boy strength on him and was like, yeah, I got this swim move now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. NFL Week 8 review, and an NFL Week 9 preview headed your way next. Mo Sports Talk on StreamYard.com.
Pass inside, broken up. First and goal. Jones is no signal yet. Touchdown.
The runner was down short of the goal line.
Back they go. Jones. They keep him out here. Third down and goal. Rodgers sneaks through. And he's short. Rodgers keeps, flips, it's batted down. And a stop, Devon Kennard. Murray, pass wide open, caught out across the 20. A.J. Green. Murray floats it, pass is caught. And just like that, with Christian Kirk on the catch, They're right at the outer edge of field goal range for Prater.
Well, this time there's two guys out there. On the previous play, there was nobody there. This time there's two guys that Kyler Murray's got to kind of thread the ball between.
Just get it away. Pass is caught by Moore. Makes a move. They had a touchdown taken away. Here's a high snap. And Murray able to get back on it.
So I figure, that'll be a good place as any to start, you know what I'm saying, considering how the game ended and the lack of veteran leadership that took place toward the end of the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mookie coming in hot.
I love it. Like producing on the fly and immediately cut it just so we can be ready for it. I love that. That is awesome.
Green Bay defeats Arizona 24-21. Joining the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the LA Rams as the only one-loss teams currently in the NFC. Aaron Rodgers does this without Devontae Adams, so I can't even say my favorite phrase this week because he was throwing it to multiple dudes, okay? Yeah. More than one dude. He didn't have Lazard. He didn't have Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So it was a lot of Aaron Jones, a lot of A.J. Dillon. There was some Robert Tonyan threw in there before he suffered a season-ending knee injury. And the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion, were the most impressive things I saw this weekend, okay? Both had road wins. Green Bay's a little much more impressive because it was a short week. But they had a great game plan for Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. I thought the Cardinals were very sluggish on offense coming out. They did not have J.J. Watt on defense, but they did return John Jones' brother, Chandler. Okay. They lost DeAndre Hopkins to a hamstring injury throughout the game, even though fake Ryan Gosling said he subbed himself in at one point in time during the game, but it wasn't enough. Green Bay continues to have a stranglehold over the NFC North, especially with the Vikings and the Bears losing. I will commiserate about the Lions later. But fellas, we'll start with Byron. Your thoughts on Green Bay's road work, and with the Rams winning and now back in first place, what does this say about Arizona?
Honestly, to me, it does say a lot about Arizona. Of course, we're not going to take away the fact that they're still a great team and their record shows that. But like you said, and also mentioned at the same time, it was a short week and they wasn't really prepared for that. Also preparing also for the injuries that you have saw and players coming back. And mostly now it's really up to Kyler Murray. And also I do want to mention the word Dom has says veteran leadership. And it goes to one single play, which I'm going to just go ahead and just get to it right now. Dave, all you had to do was follow the damn trade, okay? I'm going to keep on mentioning this. I mean, not even a glanced a turn around or anything of that nature. Even towards the fact that maybe the play isn't for you, but I do not expect a veteran wide receiver who at one point was maybe like what, maybe top 5, top 7 receiver in the league while he was,
yes,
in Cincy.
Definitely.
I never seen him with like lack of just anything like awareness or anything like that. Like even with him and how great of a receiver that he once was and him rejuvenated his career in Arizona. Turn around, fam. Like that's like the most easiest thing you could have did. You can decoy as much as you want, but all you had to do was turn around and glance, bro. And that was so like the easiest interception I ever seen a cornerback get, because if Daniel just fell into his hands over AJ Green and the game was over with. That was a very, very good game to me. I mean, of course, a lot of people expect, like the game to be like 30-30 or 35-40 or whatever like that. But to me, I'm kind of surprised the game, and I'm glad the game ended out this way, because it still shows to me with Green Bay, to me, one of the teams that plays very well with so many injuries they get every single year. They still play well against that adversity, and they always pull out in the win. And also, it also helps when you still do have Aaron Rodgers, a.k.a. John Wick, pulling out the wins and putting out things on the clutch.
Mookie?
Not John Wick, fam. I mean, but yeah, Kyler did throw 2 picks, but I mean, like I said, shout out to DeAndre Hopkins, subbing himself in, being like, "Nah, fam, let me at least get on the
I'm the
75 yard.
coach.
Yeah, I'm the captain now." But I mean, overall though, it was a solid game. It did what we thought it was gonna do. Long story short, the game really came down to second quarter. The fact that Green Bay just basically shut out, the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? That's what it all came down to. But good win for Green Bay. Somewhere Bubba Franks is, waiting by his phone saying, "Hey, y'all might need me at tight end sooner or later. Just let me know." But Aaron Rodgers, fam, he just continues to do, like you said, he's only throwing it to one person, and now he's after throwing it to us, and still after getting dubs. But I mean, shout out to the defense. You know what I'm saying? They stepped up when they needed to, and yeah, man, still ain't gonna win a Super Bowl, but yeah, good win for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, well said. Rodgers' ability to, basically to know this offense like the back of his hand also is a great thing as well. And 0 interceptions, and it was a couple of looks. He shot a couple of them no-name dudes and was like, "Oh, yo, this is not the program." But in addition to Green Bay's road work, let's get to these Dallas Cowboys. Big win last night. No Dak Prescott. Cooper Rush, ladies and gentlemen. Cooper to go ahead at the end of the game. But for me, shout out to the homie Billy Ray. And I am going to give his coach some credit. Mike McCarthy had this team prepared. This team did not panic. Even when offensively they seemed to understand that they were going to get off to a slow start until Cooper Rush found his footing and, got some of those nerves eased. Got a big play to Cedric Wilson. I don't know what the hell Harrison Smith was thinking or doing in that situation. Steady groundwork from Zeke and Tony Pollard. I thought this defense was magnificent. The return of Randy Gregory, okay? Number 94 in your program, showing you why the Cowboys still had faith in him and showing you why he had faith in himself after some personal issues that caused him to have to step away from the game, including a drug suspension. Number 11, okay? I don't even remember the other dude that they cut or any of them other linebackers. I just know that one of the things we have talked about as a show over the years is this team needs defensive playmakers, okay? And what defensive playmakers allow for you to do is have third and longs and allow you to flip and get to a short field. Micah Parsons, one of the most sure-handed tacklers I have seen come through this Cowboy team in a long, long time. No one seems to be missing Demarcus Lawrence. Even though Diggs did not get an interception, his work on Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson should be lauded. And look, man, I told you 2 weeks ago, the Cowboys as a team, one of the more trusted units of Sunday to Sunday, in my opinion, in terms of showing up and taking care of business. There was no sluggishness like that we saw from the Arizona Cardinals, for example. And they just came like a team ready and prepared to play. And for me, that goes right at the lap of Mike McCarthy. I have my issues with Mike McCarthy over the years, especially coaching the aforementioned Aaron Rodgers. But this week, and we'll just leave it at this week alone, he had his team ready and prepared. Shout out to Kellen Moore and shout out to Dan Quinn. They seem to be putting great game plans together. But this week, for me, was all about Mike McCarthy. Byron?
I agree with you with Mike McCarthy. I will also give him credit. Also towards the fact of, with me, and I'm pretty sure you guys knew as well, Dak was not going to play this week. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. He may not play for the next of the other 2 weeks as well. As I say about the strained calf, you don't heal from a strained calf in 2 weeks. That is maybe a 4 to 6 week thing. Even still crossing your fingers, it doesn't turn into something more serious as Achilles injury. Now, with Mike McCarthy's preparation and knowing how Cooper Rush is, they brought Cooper Rush back for a reason. He was in New York. It didn't work out as well in New York. They also had the situations of you had Gilbert and you also had DiNucci. DiNucci was cut. They brought Cooper Rush back. So, of course, a lot of people, they get the speculation of, we need to make some phone calls, get a veteran quarterback. I also said that as well. But knowing that you're going against a Minnesota Vikings team who has played very mediocre as a team, You do have a Kirk Cousins, which Kirk Cousins has only threw 2 interceptions so far this season. But it was only a matter of time. Like Don mentions every single week with Kirk Cousins, you're gonna get a bad Kirk Cousins at the wrong time. So Cooper Rush, yes, he did start out slow, did start out sluggish. Saw a lot of ground balls out there, Dave. I was like, okay, well, here we go. But that's fine. That's expected from him. You still have a good running game with Zeke and Tony Pollard. They did not stop the running game. And also, yes, Dave, great defense and great job with the secondary. And let me give some love to Anthony Brown. I know a lot of people have been trashing him the first 2 weeks. I have also done it as well. But going along through the weeks and him knowing his position and what to do on the field, they put him out of nickel corner, which I think that was good for him. And they kept letting him develop more week after week. But I think he did a hell of a good job helping out Diggs on Thielen and also on Jefferson as well. I do want to get to the fourth quarter where you have situations where if this was a Jason Garrett coach team, a lot of conservatives are not a lot of stuff like not being aggressive and not controlling the clock and a lot of those hand claps, you know what I'm saying, on a lot of 3-and-outs that you're going to see. The last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, I feel like with the Cowboys' offensive nature and also with Cooper Rush calming down, getting those nerves out the way, also with Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn adjusting. They've been doing a very good job with adjusting because every game in the third or fourth quarter, they have had double-digit scores in every single half. Cooper to Cooper. I don't know what Breland was doing on Cooper that whole time to that 2-minute stretch, but he was getting worked. And I didn't even see like Zimmer even try to adjust to that. Also with the secondary breaking down busted coverage, and that's when you seen Cedric Wilson had that pass through the middle, Dave. And I thought that was like crazy fantastic how Cooper Rush in the first half, he was throwing in double coverage. He was overthrowing and underthrowing and led to an interception. He was very calm, and it seems like I always say like you gotta help people that also need help. It showed that his offense, his receivers, his running backs was willing to help him. Also toward the fact though it was the return of Lyle Collins, but Steele was still starting on that other side. So now,
do you like that decision?
I did.
Okay.
Because I started seeing like, okay, Lyle, you lost your starting position, but we're still gonna move you in as much as we can. So they put him and McGovern in the backfield, and I thought that was very impressive for them to do.
Love that.
I love that. That was very impressive. They called that the Hulk package, by the way. That's what Kellen Moore had called that. So you see McGovern and you see Lyle Collins blocking for Pollard and blocking for Zeke. Matter of fact, shout out to Zeke because a lot of people are still complaining about him through this season. Man, look, man, you had a 3rd and 11 situation where you came up so many missed tackles for this Minnesota Vikings team. You pushed and pulled through with the 3rd and 11 to get it down to Cooper Rush throwing the winning touchdown to Amari Cooper. This team is very, very, very good. And I like the fact of everybody's sticking together, staying poised. Yes, the MVP of your football team, maybe an MVP candidate of the NFL is out. Continue to keep it that way because now you have a coach in Mike McCarthy, which had kind of had like the same squad, but when he won a Super Bowl that year, it was 12 starters out. So now you have a complete team, you have your quarterback back, and now it shows the fact that you can win with your backup quarterback. Also, to me, with this defense playing like they're supposed to play, not really getting any turnovers, but at the same time doing your job and stopping who you're supposed to stop. I understand you won't take aways and you want to get that, but if you can really shut down a team under 20 points, any single opportunity that you can get, and everybody's playing up the par, you will win a lot of football games. Cowboys have Denver next week, and they also have Atlanta coming up also as well. So I think like those 2 games right there, man, one mediocre team that you're going to play next, and you have Atlanta. I don't have a word for them, but you kind of know what curse words I want to use for them, Dave. But I think with the Cowboys winning is a very impressive win. A lot of people don't see it as impressive because it was Minnesota. but you need to understand and realize this game could have really been shot to shit after Cooper Rush threw that interception. But it didn't. They stayed poised and they got the win. And I'm very good and very proud about the Cowboys getting this win. It's on the next week to Denver when they come back to the crib, and they need to continue to keep that same mentality. Also with Denver finding out that they did lose Von Miller, to the trade deadline. And it was Dave. We talk about this every single time. He was traded for future, second day draft picks.
Okay, so that's
the 2022 NFL draft.
Okay, so the second day is just second and third round, right?
Yeah, just second and third.
Second and third round.
Okay.
Not the first round.
Before tonight's results, Giants Chiefs. If you look at that division, that's a winnable division. This was a team talking about, hey man, we could trade for Aaron Rodgers next year, and then and then you trade your best pass rusher, maybe the best pass rusher of all time, of your franchise. Wow. So they've given up.
I mean, like just by seeing that, giving up Von Miller like that, man. I mean, to me, I feel like they are.
Okay,
because
good.
I felt like that was pretty good. No, Teddy Bridgewater coming in, the defense was playing very good. Everything was coming along to its own. But it felt like when they lost those last 2 or 3 games, out of 3 games, it's like that quick. Y'all just, with snap of the fingers and they just going and just turn it down just that quick like that.
This is a winnable division. Okay, I think all teams in this division have at least 2 losses, right? So they weren't far out of first place. And as we'll talk about with the rest of the conference, there's going to be a lot of jumbled action in the middle. All right, Mookie, the rest of week 8, please.
All right, so from one bird team to another, Eagles destroyed the Detroit Lions and in a much needed victory. And I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go first.
Okay.
Because, y'all did want to jump it off with this game. So Dave jumped off and then BMO, and I'll knock it off.
2 perspectives here. Okay, yeah, 2. First perspective. We've been watching Jalen Hurts since he was a freshman at Alabama, okay? And we have seen the passing limitations. But we also saw him go to Oklahoma, get some of that Lincoln Riley tutelage, and to me come out a much more improved passer. Now, the leap from freshman year at Alabama to senior year at Oklahoma, you can make a lot of leaps in that area. But to make that next leap into professional starter is one that is very difficult. And I finally saw a play that epitomizes everyone's criticism and everyone's frustration with Jalen Smith. I think they're inside the 15. They may even be inside the 10. Okay.
It was the 9-yard line to be.
Thank you, sir. He rolls right. He's got Devontae Smith on an ISO route. It looks like he did a little cut in and cut out. Okay. As soon as he turns, they are rolling at the same time. And he needs to let it go. Okay. And that half-second hesitation allowed for the defender to recover. Okay, and then it ends up just being, I was so upset about yelling at him about what he should have done. I forgot how to play in it. Did he just throw it out of bounds? Did he run out of bounds? Okay, whatever. Something went out of bounds. Okay, and oh my God, and now I get it. I get the frustration. Like, if you are Nick Sirianni and this offensive coaching staff, you just run that play on a continuous loop and say, Jalen, this is the reason why you'll never be an NFL starter. You have got to listen. NFL Open and College Open, 2 different things. And it is a wide gap in between what is open in college and what is open in the pros. Now, the Lions. Whew, that is a sad experience, okay? I have never played any form of organized football in my life, okay? So I can't tell you the ins and the outs of, like little details of what good football should be. But that team, where's the hope? Like, where can they look at and say, hey, man, this position here is a position that we have that we think we can keep pet players and we can build up. Unbelievable. And y'all, they gave Dan Campbell a 6-year contract. Okay. 3 drafts. And they got a hit. They need to have a Cowboys, Dak and Zeke hit on these drafts, and not just one draft, 3, 4. That is sad, man. That is sad watching them as a football team just try to play. Okay, golf does not endear any like if they could just score, if they were in shootouts, some 38-35 type shootouts, at least they would have fantasy value. They don't even have fantasy value in no form or fashion. Byron, please. That is a sad experience, man.
I'm gonna continue on with the Lions first, because now it just getting to with Dan Campbell just saying, "If it, let's try whatever the hell we want to try."
They did all that in the Rams game.
Onside kicks. They went for it on 4th down 5 times, Dave. Every single time it was a turnover on downs. It was a play. It was like a summary of. It was like punt, turnover on downs. I think it was like a block field goal or like a block punt, turnover on downs, turnover on downs, turnover on downs. I mean, like it's unbelievable to how you can't do any damn thing on this football team. Nothing at all. And like you said, Dave, Dan Campbell has a 5-6 year contract, dude. I really don't even think he's gonna last. Maybe 1 more year and a half.
No, they can't do that, man. They can't.
But Dave, come on, dude. Like you can't. Like you're going balls out every single game now, and it's to the point like you can't even execute with doing trick plays because the other team is so damn better than you that it's still not even going to work. So they're just stay winless, fam. Don't win no games except if it's the last game of the season and you have an opportunity to knock somebody out the playoffs. You better troll the hell out of whoever that you playing, and I guarantee you that may be their first win of the season. I guarantee you that.
But BMO, here's the other thing about going winless. With the number 1 pick, I mean, there's no quarterback. Okay, all these quarterback prospects are second rounders at best. Okay, now maybe the brother from Oregon, he's a pass rusher. Maybe that makes a difference. Okay, you got to have a pass rush somewhere, but they have no incentive to go winless and get a franchise-changing quarterback, man. Like they're stuck with golf.
Yes, they are. They're stuck with golf.
Oh, man.
I totally agree. They're stuck with golf, and Detroit just stay winless, just to satisfy me. Just to satisfy me, and more Dan Campbell post game.
Oh man,
just him crying, bro. Like him crying, immediately done it for me. Like immediately done it for me with Dan Campbell. Like, I don't care what else he says. I don't care how much cups of coffee he drinks now.
Oh man,
you weeping on TV like that?
Yes,
I am completely done.
I'm weeping.
But to the Eagles, Miles Sanders gets injured and doesn't play. Dom, why did it take for somebody to get injured for them to finally start running the football?
I mean, I wish I had the answer to that question, but like I said a couple shows ago, the fact that your head coach admit that neither him or the offensive coordinator know how to really call the RPO offense, yet they still try to run one, lets you know everything that you need to know right there. Look, it was against the Lions, so it was a much-needed game. To be honest with you, I said this was probably the game the Lions probably would have won just because the Eagles have been so trash this season. But no matter what, let's not negate the fact that Jalen Hurts still only had like 103 passing yards. So
yes,
it's not like he just went out there and lit up the Detroit Lions or anything like that. But like I said, good win for the Eagles. I'm just glad that Dave is finally starting to physically see what I have.
Yeah, that was Craig Robinson, bro. I synced that, dog. It was just it was the behind the quarterback angle, and just you soon as he broke right, let it go, dog. Okay, all right.
And it's just one last thing. It's just the fact that he doesn't understand that in the NFL you have to throw them open. Like you said, it's not the same as college where they're gonna be open just because you got some 5-star recruits out there. But no, you have to learn how to throw them open. And with that trash anticipation he got, ain't nobody gonna be getting thrown open no time soon. But
will we see Minshew?
Yes.
Okay.
When are we gonna? Okay.
I'm just gonna say before the season is over, but we'll see Gardner. Oh, you see, look, he couldn't wait to throw Gardner out there when the score got out of hand. He was just like,
finally.
It's about that time. But all right, so the rest of week 8, the Tennessee Titans defeated the Indianapolis Colts. Because Carson Wentz like he always
full Dakota boy. He went the full Dakota boy.
Not only at the end of regulation, but in overtime as well, through interceptions. The Titans win the game. However, they lose Derrick Henry to a foot injury, and I mean they signed Adrian Peterson, but it's gonna be a Richard Sherman situation.
Adrian continued to run from his debtors, baby. He's like, yo, I still owe, so it's off to work I go.
Off to work I go. I mean, losing Derrick Henry, that's very unfortunate, man. I mean, like they said he's out indefinitely.
Yeah.
Now, why are they just scared to say he's out for the season?
Just say he's out for the season, fam. Because once he get that surgery on that foot, it's a wrap.
Is it the French foot? Is it the French injury? The Liz Frank?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Oh, damn.
I think so. So
got
just
that KD.
Yeah, here comes Adrian Peterson. I mean, now it's up to Ryan Tannehill. It's up to Ryan Tannehill, and he's been good. I think to me, he's been a good quarterback because you have a Derrick Henry behind you. Now, let's see what you're gonna do now when you have a Adrian Peterson, you know what I'm saying? Coming back, and you still have a fragile Julio Jones, and and this offense. Like, let's see what Ryan Tannehill does, because I guarantee that dude is gonna be throwing some 40 and 45 attempts for the rest of this season, dog. I mean, just to keep this team afloat, and now now you got to win games in overtime. You got games going to overtime. Losing overtime to the Jets also too. Like, you can't keep playing comeback, or you can't keep losing these leads like that, thinking, okay, we got Derrick Henry, you gonna hold on to these leads and we can come back. You don't have that now. Now you got to get Ryan Tannehill out there and try to lead y'all to this charge, do this division, or any other games in general going on for the rest of this season.
Yeah, so no Derrick Henry means no championship for the Tennessee Titans, so we can just go ahead and throw that out the window. Ryan Tannehill is about to become Miami Dolphins Ryan Tannehill, and we are about to have a real interesting experience in Tennessee. Hey, man, but shout out to Adrian Peterson for, get him another check. The New England Patriots.
A check for someone else.
Yeah.
Well, he doing business for his boss.
Yes.
The New England Patriots get a much needed win, defeating the Los Angeles Chargers on the road, and I'm kind of surprised by that actually, because it wasn't looking too hot in the beginning. Mac Jones looked pretty solid overall, though. Dave, what do you got for the Patriots, fam? Do you think they sneak into the playoffs?
I think they can sneak in the playoffs, because what I'm thinking is the AFC North and the AFC West are going to devour each other. Okay. You may not need 10 wins to get to the playoffs. Now, the Patriots' schedule is pretty daunting going forward. Belichick's got something on Justin Herbert. Okay. He had something for his ass last year. Okay. He got something for him yesterday. And I thought the Patriots had a better chance to win than most because of the numbers that we saw of the San Diego Charger run defense. Okay. Damian Harris, Brandon Bolden, who I last saw scoring the Miami Miracle touchdown against the Patriots. Okay. He is now like their second most important running back. They got like 5 running backs, so it's always going to be 2 that are healthy and active. I think this week it was J.J. Taylor, but they busted out Ramondre Stevenson, okay, and they all did effective work. Mac Jones continues to play solid, but not spectacular quarterback. But this is about the Chargers, okay? You lose at home to an inferior team. 2 weeks ago on this show, we were assessing the Chargers' Super Bowl chances, okay? But now, offensively, I still think they can get things done. They have a lot of talent, especially at the top 2 receiver and the running back positions. Jared Cook is up and down, but their inability to beat inferior teams at home is going to be a problem. And I still think that the AFC West, including the Chargers, is a 3-man team now that the Broncos have waved the white flag. And, they still got a chance, but they got to shore up this run defense because they have to give Justin Herbert and this offense extra possessions to be able to put points on the board. So good job by Belichick, but I think they just put a plan together to stop Justin Herbert. And, they've done that now for 2 years in a row in L.A.
Indeed.
Go ahead, B-Mo.
No, go ahead. I was going to just name their next 4 games, Dave.
Thank you.
Right now, they're right down 4-4. All right. Next game, they got the Carolinas, the Browns, the Falcons, and we already put them in perspective of knocking them out the Super Bowl chances because of this injury, the Tennessee Titans.
Hold on. This the Patriots' next 4 games?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look, I don't think they're catching Buffalo, okay? I think they'll be better prepared to play Buffalo later in the season, but the wild card is there. I mean, other than the division leaders, okay, Buffalo, Tennessee, Baltimore, and the Raiders. Buffalo and Tennessee, to me, are the more sure things in terms of winning their division. But all them other second-place teams, they're not to be trusted on a weekly basis. The Bengals showed their asses this weekend, okay? The Browns showed their asses
continuously.
This continuously. The Colts went full Dakota boy this weekend. So and the Broncos won at home. The Chargers lost. So all the second place teams in these divisions is tripping. So there's no reason to eliminate the Patriots now.
Last but certainly not least, the New Orleans Saints once again got the victory, but at a cost.
Oh.
One time for our boy James, man. They announced season injury. ACL, MCL, hell,
all the CLs,
all the CLs that you could think of. But your boy Trevor Siemian did enough, and the defense, just like they did the Super Bowl against the good old Colts. Shout out to Tracy Porter, got the pick 6, which sealed the game for them. Saints got the win. Honestly, I'm not worried about Tampa Bay. I'm not even going to overreact to this game at all. I will give the Saints all the credit in the world, especially after Jameis went out. And yeah, man, that defense. This is really the defense that we thought that the Saints had like in the beginning. They showed up, which they did this last year, and they lost to them in the playoffs. So once again, I'm not going to overreact. I'm not worried about Tampa Bay, but I will just go ahead and praise the Saints, man. I don't know if they're gonna do a quarterback though, because BMO.
Who's on the list, BMO? Like who? I mean, they're gonna bring up Cam Newton, of course, but who else? They're gonna wait for Taysom Hill to get healthy.
That's what it's looking
for a minute though.
That's what it's looking like, man. And I don't get that. Like, this guy is on a concussion protocol. Sean Payton loves this guy, but to me, I don't think he loves him as much as a passer. He loves him as far as like the trick plays and things of that nature. You paid this guy. And so now it feels like you got to put him in there just to finish out because you paid this man. I mean, obvious to see Jameis still won that starting quarterback position. That was one of my players of the week that I did like was Justin Herbert coming in, taking care of business, side-arming the hell out of that football do this whole football game. But he really got down and got it done. And yes, Dom, this New Orleans defense, them getting turnovers and scoring at the right time on defense. Man, oh my God, this DeMario Davis and freaking Cameron Jordan, not Jordan Cameron, Cameron Jordan, the one that plays defense, Ruxin, okay, the one that plays defense. They've been leading this defense for a long time, and they are so good on that defensive line. Now, granted, a lot of people getting on about penalties and things like that. Tampa Bay still had a chance to win this game. Tom Brady had a horrible game. Don't look at those numbers like that. He had a crappy ass game, and also the Saints just going down and just showing out like, hey man, like I seen James' injury. I already knew it from the jump he was out, and that's unfortunate. He even tried to walk off the field on his own power and went right back down and laid down. Nah, fam, please don't do that ever again. So, granted the turnovers, granted the 3 roughing the passer penalties that Tampa Bay has got. I mean, this game was like ugly and horrible from the jump, man. Once James went down, but thank goodness for Justin Herbert coming in. Thank goodness for that defense. They didn't give a damn about Tampa Bay's run defense or anything like that. Just by their namesake alone, won the football game, even though losing their starting quarterback for the rest of the season. I mean, he still ate the W. And also after the game, which they always do their pregame dances, Dave. Guess who they shown out of all that Halloween smoke? Our boy Jameis, double crushed up, still dancing his ass off like his knee has no issues at all. So he still got a chance to celebrate with his team, Dave.
I think he gonna continue. He gonna celebrate during rehab. I cannot wait for Jameis to give us the interview voice about his rehab. Look, when I made my hot take about the NFC West, I discounted New Orleans' offense because of Jameis. But what I should have included more is how great this defense is. They get back their defensive lineman, Daniel Onyemata. He provides an instant impact in the game with a strip sack fumble. They get a pick 6 from PJ Williams. And going forward, Sean Payton is creative and diverse enough offensively that they're going to be able to get by. And this defense is going to carry the day. I thought bringing back Mark Ingram was key. I'm not a big guy on this word, but I do think he was good for the culture of that team. Troy talked about how much they loved the return of Mark Ingram and just the energy he brings to the building. And I think that's going to be key. Now, I don't know if they can win multiple playoff games, okay? But as I'll include generic sports phrase here, they will be the team that nobody wants to play in the wild card round. Because if they have to go to Green Bay, for example, okay, or hell, even LA or Arizona, Dennis Allen, former Raider coach, can cook up a plan. And they've got personnel at all 3 levels, okay, including Malcolm Jenkins, his NFL Perfect Attendance Award is enough to make him a Hall of Famer. Okay,
nah, for real though, fam.
They got playmakers at each level: Cameron Jordan, Demario Davis, Malcolm Jenkins, and they've got other guys that can fill in that they can take over a game. And again, what a defense can do for you: extra possessions, points, and a great situation with your field position. Okay, and they did all 3 of those. They frustrated Tom Brady in the ways that you're supposed to frustrate Tom Brady. Tom Brady, in my opinion, is really feeling the loss of Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski. And hopefully they will be a healthy machine going into the playoffs. But shout out to the Saints defense, one of the best stories of this season.
Agreed. And honestly, Gronk and Richard Sherman shouldn't even attempted to play Sunday. Just hold them off until after the bye week, fam. Like,
well said.
So, yeah, like I said, shout out to the Saints. Still no Michael Thomas. This means Alvin Kamara is about to have to play like a creative player on Madden and basically do a little bit of everything. So, good job, boys. Y'all want to go straight to week 9? You want to take a quick break? Let's
pause for 30 seconds. We will preview NFL week 9, including a Thursday. That is only for the gamblers, kids.
Yes.
Most Sports Talk on the StreamYard.com.
Oh my God.
2nd and 10. They bring it. It's picked up, giving Brady time, and he's intercepted. P.J. Williams still going all the way. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Man,
we are back.
Somewhere Tracy Porter is smiling somewhere, boy.
As he should be.
Yes, very, as he should.
MoSportsTalk.com, live from the StreamYard.com website. BMO, Freshly Snipes, not Brian Gumble in the building. Hope you enjoyed our NFL review of Week 8. We now look forward to NFL Week 9.
I'm sorry. And the only reason why I'm taking a deep breath is because the week is jumping off with a game that I don't even think that we can all probably fully agree on who's going to win no more between the Jets and the Colts. Who wins? Honestly, I'm going to pick the Jets because they new quarterback. I'm picking the Jets to win against the Colts on the road.
Look, man, this team, we talk about how good teams have depth at varying positions. Cowboys, 2 running backs deep, 4 receivers deep, 3 tight ends deep. They got a plethora of things they can attack you with. The Colts on their roster have Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines, and they still got Marlon Mack, who they tried to accommodate in the trade. I haven't heard anything going on about that. Why are you continuing to have Dakota boy Carson Wentz throw so many times? I mean, look, as great and as much as we love Jameis, a year and a half under Sean Payton's tutelage will not correct all the things of the Jameis Winston experience, okay? We have seen those things in and out this regular season. So the people that thought that Frank Reich and Carson Wentz just coming back together was going to make beautiful music, go watch that game yesterday, okay? And the very thing that Carson Wentz, that we all just got aggravated with Carson Wentz about, especially Eagles fans, was on full display, okay? More Jonathan Taylor, please. More Nyheim Hines. Not just for gambling purposes, but to win the game, okay? These Jets, this Mike White dude went out and threw for 450. And who was he throwing it to? Name the Jets receivers, people. We got Jameson, Crowder.
Corey Davis, that's it. That's all the one I know.
That's all I know. That's it.
Corey Davis didn't even play yesterday.
He played.
Denzel Mims, the Baylor guy. Braxton Berrios, the former Miami Hurricane, and the former Jacksonville guy, Keelan Cole. Okay?
Wow.
So, sure, whatever. I'm going to pick the Jets too. Not that I have any confidence that the Jets can put 2 good performances together in 5 days, but I ain't trusting the Colts, even at home, because somehow your best player, they won't let him touch the ball more than 20 times, and that is Jonathan Taylor. You don't have T.Y. Hilton to throw to, okay? Now, Michael Pittman is a beast. He is damn good. Mo Alley Cox is good, but that trigger man, once again, a team with good surrounding parts, questions at the quarterback position. Bimo, who you got?
You know what? I have nobody. This is going to be my tie.
Oh, tie, yes.
Damn it, I want a tie. This is going to be my tie for this week. Tie at the crib for Indianapolis and for the New York Jets.
Okay, great.
In a good old BMO special game, we have the Browns versus the Bengals. Bengals at home. And look, even though they stunk it up against the Jets, I am still picking the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game at home. I'm not trusting the Browns. This is all you need to know about Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham. What was it like? I don't know if it was 3rd or 4th down toward the end of the game. Odell was wide open. Baker threw it so late, and Odell almost got killed. And, obviously Odell dropped it.
We talked about Tom Brady has a video out sometime in the preseason or even back in training camp where he talked about how bad football is conducted by quarterbacks who don't throw at a proper position for their wide receivers to not get killed. If you ever see Brady miss, he usually misses low. Yeah. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay? And my God, Bakey. Okay, give me the Bengals. Not that I trust their asses week to week either, but there is no way in hell I'm trusting anything Baker Mayfield is at the helm of. Okay, him and Eli single-handedly have killed Odell Beckham's career. Okay,
Yes.
Single-handedly have killed Odell Beckham's career by merely being below average quarterbacks. Okay, and I know y'all miss Kareem Hunt, but this Dearness Johnson fella wasn't too bad. Again, there is no way if I'm the coach in the Browns, am I letting my quarterback throw more than like 25 times? And 25 times for me is still a high-ass number. Give me the Bengals.
Yes, it's still a higher number. Yes, I mean, yeah, we understand that. You can still run the football. Baker and Odell have zero chemistry. That's been shown for the last 8 weeks. You get Juice Landry to come back. That's great. I'm glad he's coming back. But he's still not a factor because he got to work his way in. He even threw the Njoku, you know what I'm saying, for some targets. And still towards the fact of you have a winning formula. I understand when your running backs is hurt. I get it. But like you said, Johnson came in. He was pretty damn good. Run the football. Baker is still recovering from this shoulder injury. Sorry, not surgery. It's showing that he was out there. He was effective, whatever. Run the football. They're not going to run the football. The Bengals can. We know the Bengals can put up at least 30 points. And we trust their offense way more than the Browns right now while they're digressing the hell out of each other on offense, especially. Give me the Bengals. And Bengals going to win by 10, by the way.
All right.
So I think we can all universally agree that the Cowboys will defeat the Bengals in Jerry World, even though it is a new
Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos.
Yeah,
okay.
the quitting ass Broncos. Go. They ain't even got nobody to rush. Is Bradley Chubb back? Speaking of Chubb, is he back yet?
We need to check that because I don't think so.
They got nobody. Then they got nobody to rush the damn passer. All right, next game.
Yeah, you know it's messed up. Vaughn couldn't even play one last game. You know what I'm saying?
One last game, fam. Couldn't play one last game, fam. Couldn't even play it at the crib. Like he couldn't even play it here at the crib, man.
So in my 13-10 game of the week, I have the Dolphins beating the Texans. Only because
Wait a minute. Stop. I'm sorry, Dom. You trust the Texans to get double-digit points this weekend?
I mean, you know.
Look, the Miami cornerbacks are Howard and Jones back?
No.
Okay. So listen, Davis Mills got some snaps now. He can throw. Okay. Look, if the Dolphins lose this game, Brian Flores, listen, just don't fly back. Oh, they at home?
Yeah, Dolphins at home. Yeah.
Oh, okay, then just turn your key card in. Okay. Just turn your key card in. Okay. Because if you gotta say Tua is our quarterback one more damn week, just turn your damn key card in. Okay. Fine. He's your quarterback. Okay. Y'all still only scored 11 points yesterday.
That's why I said 13-10. I just gave him the benefit of
ticket
the doubt.
special.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I also think that we can all universally agree that even with Trevor Siemian, the Saints will beat the Atlanta Falcons in.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Go away, Falcons.
What's the line?
Let's see. The line is 6.
That's it?
Damn, only 6?
Only 6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, this must be in Atlanta.
Nah, this is in New Orleans.
And it's
only
Dave.
6. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay. All right, next.
Raiders versus Giants. I am going with the Raiders. I ain't picking the Giants to win a damn thing.
All right.
Oh, well, I guess that means we all universally.
Yeah. You got no opposition here, brother.
Yeah.
Patriots versus Panthers. I am going Pats because I still don't believe in Sam Darnold without Christian McCaffrey.
Listen. Sam saw Bill again. He's like, I thought I went to a whole other conference and got away from this mofo. He gonna be seeing ghosts again. Yeah, give me the Patriots.
Oh man. Bills and Jaguars. I think we all got the Bills in that one.
Yes,
most definitely.
In the Battle of the Purple, Vikings and Ravens. I got Baltimore at home.
Same.
Yeah, Baltimore coming off a bye week. I think they learned a lesson in that Bengals game. Yeah, I think they come out strong.
And one of two no defense games of the week, we have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Chargers at Philly. I am still gonna go with the Chargers to win this football.
God damn it! Look, Nick, listen, Nick. Hey, yo, Nick. You got a power back, okay? Jordan Howard, they dusted off Jordan Howard. And what did he do? He scored 2 touchdowns between the guard and the center. Now, granted, it was against the Lions, but you got to warm up. This is one of the worst run defenses in the league. Don't let Jalen Hurts test Adderley or my man Derwin James. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Run the damn ball.
That's 200 yards.
They win.
It was still in the third quarter. Common sense will tell you. Run the damn football, fam. Run the football against this run defense, as Dave has said, that is completely ass, okay? Run the football. Listen, please. Please listen. Please run the football. At least attempt to run the football.
I am rooting for Philly to win.
You know what? There you go. I got your Philadelphia Eagles winning against the Chargers.
EAGLES.
And also, another one part of my hot takes. They will run for 200 yards again. This weekend against the Chargers.
You giving Ayo Nick too much credit, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, next game.
The Chargers are 2.5-point favorite. And think about this. He still only threw 103 yards against the Detroit Lions. What do you think he's going? All right, whatever. Packers versus Chiefs at Chiefs. I'm going to still go with the Packers in this one, though. I mean, we all know Chiefs going to beat the brakes off of the Giants tonight, so they'll be feeling good. But I'm going to still go with the Packers.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. There's some heat on Patrick Mahomes for the first time in his career, and it is warranted because he is not taking care of the football. One of the core items as a quarterback. I got Chiefs on the road.
Give me the Packers. Once again, we do have another defense that is not very good in the Kansas City Chiefs, especially also on the run defense side as well. I think Aaron Jones should have a field day against this squad. No telling when Devontae Adams is coming back. One of my one of my boxing coaches said they should go after and trade and try to get a receiver in. I told him, hey, man, you good. You're good. You know what I'm saying? Packers will win this game on the road against the Kansas City Chiefs. That defense is going to get torched in the air for that whole game.
Packers are a 3-point favorite, actually, and also the Chiefs are at the house.
Yeah, fine. Wait a minute. Packers are a 3-point favorite
at Chiefs
in Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
Now we have our Dave special game of the week. We have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco.
A lot of red out there.
And I don't believe in Jimmy G. I am going with Dave's Cocaine Cardinals to get it done. AJ Green will redeem himself by looking for the football next time. And my only issue is we got to see how Kyler Murray gonna be looking. I ain't like the way he was limping off the field at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think the extra days off helps him out. Has Kyle Shanahan called Chip Kelly in career winning percentage yet? I saw that stat a couple weeks ago. So they won Sunday, so he might be there. But look, that still only leaves him with a 45% win percentage as a coach. Look, man, we have lauded and we made some great comments about Shanahan, but when you peer through the looking glass, it's some things there that a lot of picks have been dedicated to offense, and a lot of them ain't even seen the field, much less made the roster. Did you hear what he said about Jimmy G before last week?
Yep.
I guess so. I mean, I guess he's my quarterback. That sounds like what the GM of the Rams said when they asked him about Jared Goff. I mean, he's on the roster now. I don't know about any other time soon. So what a way to endear Jimmy G. Maybe it was, the impetus to motivate him to have a good game because he played pretty good yesterday, okay? Elijah Mitchell, another one of these damn running backs that Shannon done found off the scrap heap. And the defense, to me, will continue to carry the day, but not against my cocaine Cardinals. I think they had a lesson handed to them this past Thursday, as in, hey, you're a good team now. So every game, you must be ready to play from the opening kickoff. Give me the Cardinals.
Give me the Cardinals as well. Like Dave has said, they will learn from that Green Bay game from last week. Plenty of much more rest. Even when it comes to San Fran and Kyle Shanahan, like it's too many personnel not even playing on the field like that. I get that you have to adjust and is next man up, but I think it's just too many injuries just to bear for. And then now it's just with the quarterback situation, like just I guess so crap. Like that's been instilled in my head for a minute. So like you either gonna go with Lance or go with Jimmy G. Like, and I guess so. That just goes to show me you don't give a damn about anything about your quarterback situation right now. Give me the Cardinals, man. I think the Cardinals gonna beat the brakes off San Fran.
Arizona 2.5-point favorite. Okay, Sunday Night Football. Well, this matchup has got a whole lot interesting. The Tennessee Titans taking on the LA Rams in LA. And I got LA. I don't know if Von Miller is going to be playing. But it sure would be interesting to see him and Adrian Peterson make their debut at the same time, though. But yeah, I have Rams, and if Von Miller plays, he is going to try to destroy Ryan Tannehill because he will have to throw 55 times. So yeah, I got the Rams in this one.
Look, I was looking forward to Aaron Donald versus Derrick Henry. But now we get to see Aaron Donald versus Adrian Peterson. No problem there. Here's the thing about the Titans and losing Derrick Henry. The yards and the power and the ability to wear down your opponents is the number one factor. But number two, and a close number two, is Tennessee's play action game. Mm-hmm. The impetus for getting A.J. Brown open deep, the impetus for getting all these other guys open underneath and giving Ryan Tannehill a little bit of a running lane and passing lanes on outside the numbers. I got the Rams. It's nothing like feasting on the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions back-to-back to get your little mojo back. Darrell Henderson looked pretty good. I love both of those receivers. And, yeah, this is just a better team at home beating an inferior opponent.
I totally agree. And I love, just like with the Cowboys, LA Rams is like one of the most complete teams in the NFL. Even now, more so adding Von Miller to the mix, man, that dude got to be like all smiles, man, just going to a squad like this, which also now takes more heat off of Aaron Donald because that dude been getting double team, triple team. Hell, like even with like a four-man front or anything like that, like it's like 3-4 cats on this dude. And so now adding in Von Miller, I really do hope he plays. Same thing with Adrian Peterson because I do like seeing like players that get traded. I do like to see them ready to roll for that weekend. I highly doubt if they do or not, but it'll be great to see. Even if they don't play, Rams still win this damn game. Ryan Tannehill will throw the ball 60 times. 60 times in this game. 60 times, bro. Just to keep them afloat, just to maybe get it from under a two touchdown game. It's going to be ugly for them.
And last and certainly least, the Monday Night Football matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ew.
Ooh.
I got
what?
I guess
where are we playing?
Pittsburgh. So I got the Steelers by default, but yeah. That's all I got for that. That's it.
Look, I got the Steelers. I think Justin Fields is improving every week. Is Matt Nagy returning?
That's what I was about to say. You see how good he looked without Nagy calling the plays.
Yeah.
But I will say this: Fields had to deal with a Bosa this week. He now has to deal with a Watt this coming week, and T.J. Watt. My goodness, what a player!
Yes.
What a player and a playmaker in all aspects, of the game. I got Pittsburgh, okay? And find a kicker, please. You know, because I don't know if Chris Boswell is coming back. But yeah, give me the Steelers because I don't think Chicago can score enough. Not that Pittsburgh can, but I don't think Chicago can score enough consistently.
I'm glad you mentioned Boswell, Dave, because Mike Tomlin got his kicker down there smashed to pieces with his damn fake field goal attempt. Now you gotta go out there and look for a kicker, man. You better find one ASAP, dog. That was like now we're like, I hope Tomlin ain't taking this Dan Campbell approach. Like you really gotta find something to do in the red zone, some kind of offense to try to score a touchdown. You know, luckily they got the win, but it was barely and it was an ugly win. I think this win is going to be ugly as well to me because I still think their offense is just horrible and out of sync. And you still have Big Ben just trotting out there, really trying so much. This team relies so much on that damn defense. T.J. Watt was incredible last week against the Browns. It was fantastic. And I see the same thing here. He's going to eat Justin Fields for lunch, bro. And once again with Chicago, their defense, you can only do so much. Like this right here should be so like both of these teams, Dave, have to score touchdowns on defense. I think it will happen also too.
That's a great point.
Go ahead and call it because their defense is very, very good, but you have two offenses that cannot even complement each other. They can't even carry them because when they get to the red zone, they start acting like they're dunces and remedial, and that's sad to even see. And that's sad to see. Pittsburgh win this game. This game will go to overtime. Pittsburgh win by 3 in overtime.
Okay, very good. That is your NFL Week 9 preview. Is it hot take time?
Yeah. Now you gave us. You sure you want to stick with that? Yeah. I mean, you can change it about the Eagles running over 200 yards. You can. It's a tacky hot. You know what I'm saying? Hot take.
You know what?
That one?
I like the low maybe, but seeing your boy Justin Fields run for 70 yards also, that's kind of still leaning me more 200. But I'll just say this. Justin Fields will have 200 passing yards and 100 rushing yards. Is that better?
I mean, it's your take. I'm just trying to, I said you up for hella disappointment. Dave?
My hot take is reason number 15,450,000 why any college football poll before the playoff poll doesn't matter. Because 3 weeks ago, I just happened to look at the little crawl across the screen and I saw number 2 ranked Iowa. And I said, what in the hell? Matter of fact, I'm sorry. What the fuck is that shit? Okay. Yeah. They proceed to lose 2 in a row, Purdue at home, Wisconsin on the road. Okay. At no point in the season, y'all, should anybody expect Iowa to be the second best team in the country. No, never. Okay. The next 2 weeks proved my point. They eked out a close game against Penn State the week before that. And then they got here last week to Wisconsin and got blowed out. Okay. I understand we got to do this to sell magazines, to get clicks, to get streams, et cetera, et cetera. But, however, also do not ignore the rankings. They are a waste of your time. Okay. You can just look at teams and tell who's good, who's not good, who's this and who's that. Okay. Right now, BMO's other team, Georgia, best team in the nation. There is no argument there. Okay. Cincinnati is not the second best team in the nation. They just happen to win all of their games. Okay. Stop it. Don't pay attention to no poll until after Halloween.
I'll say this is regarding college football. I'll just say 3 words. I told you. I told you it's still early. I knew they was gonna lose to Michigan State. Dave texted me. It was like, Wolverines. And Dave, what did I tell you, fam? All that I text you back was what? It's still early.
I was thinking, look. It's rivalry time. You see how I just screwed up my whole camera setup with this? It was rivalry time. They get out to a big lead. They make a couple of plays. It's not like Michigan State had some grand, it's not like Andre Rison is out here running routes for them. Okay, they got just some guys. Okay, but then to get 8 up on the ground by Kenneth Walker. Listen, join Miami because he ran over Miami's ass too. But damn it, Mookie, you did tell me, and I listened, and I wanted to watch it out. But I'll listen. I'll learn.
Got to deal with this until 2025, yo, because they decided to give him an extension.
Oh boy. Okay.
But my hot take of the week is something very simple. Deshaun Jackson will probably be a member of the Green Bay Packers before the trade deadline is up because the Rams are trying to trade him, and it is a mutual thing. So Aaron Rodgers needs somebody to throw to besides Devontae.
Okay, but why does it always fizzle so quickly for Deshaun Jackson?
So
he has the one great game he had for Washington, he had it for Tampa, and then we never see him again. He had a great game in like the third game against the Rams, ain't seen him since.
In this instance, that is between Sean McVay and Deshaun Jackson. Both of them was like, they're not really using him the way they feel like he should be used. He still got a lot left. So
but does he?
I mean,
I don't listen. I don't need him running drag routes.
So I'll say this:
receiver screens.
Could he not be used the same way Antonio Brown being used in Tampa Bay right now?
I don't think so because he is not the polished route runner that Antonio Brown is. Right. I don't think that he should just be a go route guy. Okay, right. But you are a go route, deep post, deep crossing guy. You not. I mean, does he want receiver screens? And I'm asking that as a legit, strategic question. I don't think so. Does he want to do Tavon Austin type jet sweeps? This is Deshaun. I don't get that.
I don't get it either because I was thinking with the speed that he has and he's been consistent with that speed all through his NFL career. I mean, jet sweeps, wide receiver screens, you know what I'm saying? Deep passes, punt returns, kick returns. You would think with his age that he would try to make himself relevant and stay on the field as much as he can. Out of all the teams that you named, Dave, he's had at least 1 or 2 good games, and then that's it for him, and he's gone. And with Dom, I really do believe that he will get traded again, man. And to me, it's unfortunate because you're at a team that's heavily needed of wide receivers. Granted that you do have Stafford. And you need a deep threat. And Deshaun Jackson is that deep threat, man. And you need that. But for some reason, like Dom said, after that one game, that was it. We haven't seen him since. I do have one more, Dom, then we can close it out. This is NBA related. Jason Kidd, if you ever start a game at the house if you ever start a home game at the crib where you're going against a rival of this team for many years, do not start a game where you only have 1 point midway through the first quarter. The game was at one point, 6 or 7 minutes to go, 25-5. Well, you're supposed to be this guy to have okay, we're going to start shooting mid-range, going to start going to the basket. I don't give a damn about injuries at this point. With the roster that you have, you got these quote-unquote 3-and-D guys. These guys are supposed to be potent on offense, shooting threes. Your second guy that can create any kind of offense missed 5 threes in a row. Your best player on the court is getting double-teamed. You got him starting off at the high post. He's not Dirk Nowitzki, okay? So let's stop all that. That's not going to work. That shit is not working. You should have realized that for the first 5 minutes of the game because he has nobody to throw it to hit a damn shot. It took a player off the bench to come in and provide some energy and some spark and to win y'all a basketball game. Same thing with Maxi Kleber coming off the bench with a double-double and 6 blocks. Get this shit together. Because I guarantee you this, you start another game like that, and you have 1 or 5 points midway through the first quarter of an NBA game, you will not be here for long. And you will be fired from this basketball team.
Woo! Moten coming in hot. I bet Mike McCarthy is finally, y'all can leave me alone for a week.
So before we get out of here, I just have some breaking news. HBO Max has Max has just added Parenthood and In the House to its library. Oh yeah, Martin too, but
and Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah, and Jamie Foxx show. But the most important thing is In the House and Parenthood has been added to HBO Max. I get to laugh at the last season of Parenthood when Robert was in the wheelchair when he got shot by the brat D'Angelo Barksdale from The Wire. So yes, go watch. Oh, you remember? Last
watch
season,
that tonight. Watch that tonight, Dave. Yes, sir.
By, D'Angelo Barksdale and the brat. So
yes, sir. Watch that tonight.
Yes. Now get us on out of here, Bebo.
Oh my God. It's in my head now. Dom, incredible job this evening with producing. Dave, thank you very much also as well.
You're welcome,
incredible job. I do. Dom, get ready to get us out of here. I do have a joke.
Oh boy.
It's horrible. So go ahead and get ready. Yeah. You're doing that exactly because it's gonna make you think. What do you call a deer with no eyes? I have no idea.